Hashem Yahushai, and double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS, great millstone that taught us his word. I just came across this article from ZeroHedge.com entitled Martial Law Unfolding in Iraq. You know, that's just more, prophecies coming to pass. These uproars of the people, martial law, all that's going to come to America real soon, but, it's brewing up in the Middle East. The Middle East has been real hot for a while now. And eventually it's going to turn into that third, world war. That third woe spoken of in the scriptures, which is going to bring destruction to America and to different parts of the world. And it's also going to usher in, Yahushua's kingdom on the planet Earth. When Yahushua returns to deliver the elect from America and throughout different parts of the world. But the article is entitled Martial Law Unfolding in Iraq, 30 protesters shot, internet blackout, 24-hour curfews. Now in their third day, mass anti-government protests across Iraq have resulted in 30 dead and over 1,000 wounded amid a brutal police crackdown which has involved unprepared security forces firing live rounds into demonstrators, and all that's going to come to America real soon. They're talking about impeaching Trump. They, blamed him for some type of, Ukrainian espionage or something to that effect. So if that really heats up and that gets more momentum, he's going to have to enact those executive orders so that he can remain in power. So there may be a terrorist strike in America, a false flag, coming real soon. So just be on the lookout for that. Several major cities are now under curfew, and the government has cut internet access for much of the country. In a signal of just how dire and growing the mayhem is, Iran had now sealed key border crossings with Iraq just ahead of an annual Shia pilgrimage this month, where crucial Iran-Iraq border crossings swell with pilgrims. Baghdad is now under round-the-clock curfew as of Thursday. That was yesterday, October 3rd. After unrest stated Tuesday, reportedly driven chiefly by youth and fueled by popular anger over corruption, unemployment, and the lack of basic services. Government authorities have said extreme measures are necessary to prevent infiltrators from attacking police and public property. Yeah, that draconian law, and all that's going to come to America as well, man. This is a precursor. So you got to be on the lookout for those prophecies, man. Uproars of the people, earthquakes in diverse places, thousands of protesters clashed with riot police in Iraq's capital and across the south on Thursday, and the third day of the mass rallies that have left 30 dead. So yeah, it's that Middle East, it's getting hot. It's been hot for a while. Like I said, that's what the Most High is planning on doing, The angels are working, The angels are holding back the destruction, till the elect is sealed, And that time is very close, man. The elect is almost sealed, if not sealed already, First scripture is 2nd Ezra in the Apocrypha, chapter 9, verse 1. He answered me then and said, Measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before, you got to measure the times, watch for these prophecies, watch what's going on, especially for that chip. The microchip. We always got to push that. Uh, then shalt thou understand that is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Therefore, when thou shalt be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people of the world, which we just read about, all the stuff that went on in France too, as well, those riots. Then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. For like as all that is made in the world hath a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. Yeah, we're seeing that now. Signs and effects. Iran is talking against Israel as usual. It's another article out of Zero Hedge, or actually no, it's Yahoo News. It's called "Top Iran General Says Destroying Israel is an Achievable Goal." Because that's one of the main enemies. Israel. They all hate each other, and it's an achievable goal because they got that nuclear missile. That's part of biblical prophecy as well. These nations are strong. Let the weak say I'm strong. Because they got that missile. They got that nuke. Top Iran general says destroying Israel an achievable goal. Tehran, commander of Iran's Revolutionary Guards, said Monday that destroying arch rival Israel has become an achievable goal thanks to his country's technological advances. The sinister regime must be wiped off the map. And this is no longer a dream, but an achievable goal. Major General Hossein Salami said, quoted by the Guards staff news site, Sapah news site. 4 decades on from Iran's Islamic Revolution, we have managed to obtain the capacity to destroy the imposter Zionist regime, he said. And notice he used the term, imposter, because they know who the real Jews are. Everybody on the planet knows who the real Israelites are, except, the Israelites in America, 2/3 that don't want to be Israelites, 2/3 that ignore, the men on the streets, trying to wake them up, trying to teach them, trying to give them the name of the Most High, of the power, Yahweh, and His Son Yahweh Shai. They fan their hand, they walk off. They don't want to know, so they got to be destroyed. When Yahweh Shai returns, when Russia, launches the missiles on America, 2/3 have got to be destroyed in it and brought back into Kingdom X. They're not going to get it on this side. It's good for them. It's good for them. These Iranians, they know who the imposters are, but our people here in America, they don't care. They don't want to know, or they don't agree with it. Look that word up, imposter, on dictionary.com. A person who practices deception under an assumed character, identity, or name. So yeah, the Iranians know who the fake Jews are, that they're fake. But that's all part of the Most High's goal, is heating up these people, heating up these nations in the Middle East, so that he can judge them. In that third world's war. Next scripture is Joel 3:2. I will also gather all nations, and I will bring them down to the valley of Jehoshaphat, Yahweh's judgment, and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land. So that's the Most High's, that's what he wants to do. He wants to gather all the people in the valley of Jehoshaphat, valley of decision right there in the Middle East, and plead with them. When you look at that word up, plead, the word there is Shabbat, which means to judge, govern, vindicate, to punish. So he wants to gather all the nations in the Middle East to punish them. How he's gonna punish them through the nuclear missiles, man. He's gonna gather them all there for World War III, and they're all gonna blow each other up along with America, and the elect is gonna be delivered. It says, I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat, and will plead them with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel, when they have scattered among the nations and parted my land. So the Most High, vengeance is in the Lord's hands. Vengeance is with the Lord. The Most High, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, is going to pay back these nations and 2/3 of our people. So it's a blessing to be in this knowledge. Stay rooted, stay settled, stay grounded in this truth, man. Stay up, stay strong, keep the faith. We almost there. With that, shalom.